YouTube.
What is
Welcome to Volume 1.
Hello.
Chapter 5.
Something
5
like
of the Nerd Turd Talks of the Mandalorian series. We're going to be diving into episode 5, filled with Baby Yoda cuteness
all around
for the 5th straight week. That is
So
a true
cute.
statement.
Funko Pop is pre-ordered. Doesn't deliver until May.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
I know,
May?
That's when they start shipping it.
Wait, is that
May.
real?
Yeah,
That's
That's wild.
it's May 20th.
When does pre-ordering start?
Now, I've pre-ordered.
Did you get the big one?
No, I got the little one. It was $7 at Walmart.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into it. Chris, will you give us a Cliff Notes version of episode 5?
So here's what we got. Mandy on the run, damaged ship. He goes into a outpost on a very sandy planet, better known as our beloved Tatooine.
Yeah, no, my heart smiled in that moment.
As soon as I saw the sand and as soon as I saw the landing pad, I was like, dude, that's Tatooine. That's my spot.
That's my place.
That's my spot. He goes in there and enlists the help of a mechanic named Jean.
Peli Mato.
Peli is awesome. She is basically a woman who doesn't mind getting some dirt under her fingernails, has droids that help her, but for some reason, Mandy is very adverse to droids touching his ship at all. So
Does
that's
not want it.
something that the plot will thicken, I'm sure, later. So he goes off. He goes to a cantina. While he goes off to the cantina, Peli finds Baby Yoda and basically forms this matron bond with Baby Yoda and takes care of him and eventually gets mad at Mandy for how he's leaving this baby around, so on and so forth. So Mandy goes to the bar, which is the same bar where Han shot first. And
Wow.
Hot takes!
dude, same one. Ends up meeting a guy by the name of Gene.
Toro Calican.
It seems like I'm setting these up for genius really because I forgot these names and we talked about them 5 seconds before this. He meets this guy named Toro Calican, who basically is trying to find entrance into the Bounty Hunters Guild. So he has agreed to take his first job, and it is a specifically tough job that he doesn't realize until Mandy storms out, says, I will not help you, because this person that he has got a job on is
Finnick Shand.
Finnick Shand, who apparently is a well-renowned killer and bounty hunter who has done various high-profile jobs for numerous high-end clientele, including the Hutts.
So she's an assassin. I wouldn't necessarily classify her as a bounty hunter, but she was like an assassin.
She's an assassin.
She was
Just an
specifically
assassin for the
classified
bad
as an
people.
elite mercenary.
Yep.
An elite mercenary. So she does it for monies. So basically, he ends up agreeing to help on this job. They go out into the desert. There's sweet scenes of them riding beside each other. It looks like they're kind of competing. You know how like you and your friend driving down the highway in your cars in high school and you're like, go a little faster. Oh, no, I'm going to go a little faster. They do that thing, so on and so forth. They end up finding a wampa that is dragging a body that we don't know who the body is. That really is a trap that Finnick has set up. They go there. Finnick starts just hammering Mandy straight in the armor. And if
Good thing he's got that
armor,
Beskar.
If he doesn't have a Beskar, he'd be ripped apart because she's just crushing him left and right. To where then they decide that they're going to wait until nightfall to go and get her. Long story short, they end up capturing her. Mandy has to leave to go get another speeder, I think. Is it another speeder, or he has to get the
Mandy's
animal?
gonna get,
No, he goes back,
Another
because
animal?
his speeder gets destroyed.
Yep, so he has to get another mode of transportation, to where then Finnick starts sweet-talking Toro. Finnick starts sweet-talking Toro and basically tells him, if you want to make a name for yourself at the Bounty Hunters Guild, this is the guy you need. Basically, the whole entire system's looking for this guy right now. So Toro gets a little twinkle in his eye, and you think he's going to team up with Finnick. Nope, shoots her right in the stomach. Kills her. Cold blood right there. Then,
Cold blood.
So then Toro grabs everything, goes, tries to find Mandy, ends up dying because he sucks. And basically that's the episode.
Yeah, Mandy played him hard in that moment.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's the episode. It was dope. There's a couple of things that first of all, did y'all like it?
I thought it's good. I mean, the whole show, I feel like now that I've realized that the pacing isn't an episodic thing, it's kind of the show. I think I've enjoyed it more because I just know going in it's going to be slow. And so I don't mind it as much as I did like second episode when I was like, what is happening? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I also think that your particular qualms with the second episode, like I feel like if that episode didn't exist, I don't think you would view this series as a whole as like entirely that slow. You know? But there was just one that was so incredibly slow. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I'm with you with that. So I mean, I didn't mind it. I think the slow moments in this episode were filled with fan service, right? Tatooine. I mean, you can't go wrong with the episode on Tatooine just because of so much nostalgia, so many call forwards like, oh, wait, isn't that where this was? Isn't that where this is? I mean, I saw a YouTube video. It was like this episode had way more Easter eggs than any other episode, even just stuff in the background because of where it was.
Yeah. No, that's definitely true. Gene, did you like it?
It was pretty good. Didn't hate it, didn't love it.
Okay.
Extreme it was pretty good.
Takes.
Sorry, I left all my hot takes in our episode we just recorded.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you did.
I don't have much left.
Yeah. These are your cold cuts.
Cold cut.
Yeah, you like that?
I will say my biggest qualm with this episode is how she's like an elite assassin and is like crushing Mandy with this sniper rifle, and this dude is straight like Call of Duty poking his head up over and over again over the sand dune and never gets shot. Like he's there for like 6 hours, not moving in the same place.
I mean, they were
just groundhogging
really
up and down. Right, but she's nailing Mandy from the same distance.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I don't know. I don't really know.
I mean, that's a small nitpicky thing, but I just thought it was funny. Literally, he doesn't move. Like he's saying it in the same place where she had just shot Mandy.
Yeah.
Groundhogging.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I guess. I feel like it's not entirely like 1-to-1 because Mandy like had walked into this trap that she had specifically set up to do that, as opposed to this dude was like on some sand dune. I don't feel like she had like a clear.
She shot Mandy right next to him. Like the first shot was when they ran on the other side. Mandy got shot again.
Right, but I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't.
It's small. It doesn't really matter. But I was just like, what?
Okay, so here's my thing: is where episode's fine. It's a good time. The storylines now, where does it go from here? I think is what's interesting because
I find myself asking that question at the end of every episode.
But right now they're in a point where it's like, okay, you can't go to Tatooine.
Oh, I forgot the big thing at the end.
Go ahead.
So basically, at the end of the episode, you see some unnamed feet start clinking. Sounds like there might be some spurs or something walking to find Fennec's body.
Yeah. So my thing is like, they're only going to be able to do this style of episode so many more times where it's like they go to some random place and then they find out that Mandy's not safe there and then they're going to have to figure it out from there. Like eventually we're going to have to get some like real
storytelling.
Well, real solid story progression on like how is this either going to be resolved? Is it not going to be resolved? Does Mandy die? Does Baby Yoda die? Does, like we still don't know really anything else about Baby Yoda. He still hasn't been named. We don't know any origin. We don't know why people are after him. Honestly, it kind of even seems like now the focus isn't even on Baby Yoda. Now they just want Mandy now. Because that, you know what I mean? That was the Fennec selling point to Toro. Wasn't you should bring back Baby Yoda. It was you should bring back Mandy.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Now it's like, what has actually happened? Who's the real valuable target here? So, I don't know.
It's a good question.
Yeah. I'm really interested to see what happens and how they develop the droids, like his lack of
Yeah, that was kind of weird. Had they referred to that? I didn't notice any other, like, him not trusting droids.
I don't think so. I think the only thing that I could really see is probably something that has to do with his childhood, right? Like, that's the other loose end that we definitely have.
Well, that, and even in the first episode or whenever it was when he was going after what he didn't know was the Yoda baby at the time, when he saw that there was another bounty hunter there, but it was a droid. He was like, he was not excited about it.
Yeah.
You know, when he first found out that it was a droid assisting him, he wasn't like super thrilled about it, and then he obviously ended up.
Do you think we see
destroying it?
What was the mechanic's name?
Pelly.
Pelly? Do we think we see Pelly again in this?
Yeah, dude. I feel like she is kind of the character that you're going to see develop a lot. She's a good character.
You think so? Because
I like her.
That means we'd have to come back to Tatooine.
You know, at first, listen to this. At first, when I saw Pelly, I thought it was Maz. Like a young version of Maz. You know, the one who like gives Rey the lightsaber? Because it looks like just like she has kind of the same face, but just not the like glasses things.
I'm going to be completely honest.
Like
until you just said that right now, I completely forgot Maz
was even a person in the universe. Because, you know, she's like someone on like a smuggler's outpost or whatever. And I was like, dude, what if that was Maz? But I mean, definitely, I don't think so unless her face gets stung by like 1,000 bees. And she has to wear crazy glasses.
Yeah. Any bold predictions on who this character is that walked up to Fennec at the end?
I don't have one. I just think it's the big bag. I think this will be the turning point where we will be introduced to actually who is the main villain of the story.
Do you think it will be somebody in the Bounty Hunters Guild, or do you think it'll be somebody associated with the Empire?
Not the Empire, because the Empire is...
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
The people order. That are... Well, this isn't technically the First Order yet. They still refer to it. They refer to the people in this scene as they're working for the Empire, even though the Empire had recently collapsed. So there's still some because they still have Imperial credits. Like, so there's still some remnants of the Empire that exist. It's just not very clear what it is, at least as far as I can gather.
I don't think it'll be. I mean, it could. I guess it could be another rogue bounty hunter, but I'm pretty much Mandy has the majority, if not the entirety of the guild on his side at this point, you know, of like,
yeah.
So after he went back and took the bounty because they were not happy with him, or at least the guy that he confronted in the episode in the guild before he got all his Beskar armor, they were not excited about him because they felt like he was selling out to the Empire for, you know, taking basically because he had Beskar steel that was associated with the Empire. And I feel like he kind of righted his wrongs there with them when he basically went back and took from the Empire what he gave them and took his bounty. So
I can get with that. Give me the timeline of everything that's happening at the time that this is dropped on YouTube, it'll be the week of Star Wars release. But for isn't there like a tie-in to Rise of the Skywalker in the next?
Yeah, the episode's moved to Wednesday. So instead of Friday night, it'll be Wednesday.
Cool. So, and then there's gonna be a tie-in directly to Rise of the Skywalker.
Yes, from what they've said.
What do we think it is? Do we think this person that walked up to Fennec is tying into Rise of the Skywalker?
I don't know. I don't know if they've said. I don't know what it could. I mean, if it's direct to Rise of Skywalker, I mean, that's a big time jump.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it would have to be... it would literally probably have to be Palpatine.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's the only thing that, like, was before that is now that's, like, you know...
Yeah.
Even significant at all. Unless it's, like, Palpatine's baddie that he's, like...
I don't know who else would be on Tatooine that could possibly be. That's the thing, like, because everyone that's significant on Tatooine had left, right? At least as far as I can think.
Oh, yeah, I don't think it would be someone indigenous to Tatooine. Like, I think it could be someone just there to, like, find Fennec, you know?
I don't know. I'm excited for it, though.
It's going to be good this Wednesday. When this drops...
The day this episode drops.
That's crazy.
That day.
Will be the next episode coming out.
Dude, there's going to be so many cool Star Wars things next week.
Dude. Get ready. Christmas and Star Wars.
Cool.
It's wild.
It's going to be a good time. Anything else we need to add?
That's it for me.
Any other cold cuts, hot takes, bold predictions?
NTT.
Questions, concerns?
Only thing I got to say, may the Force be with you.
Yeah, next week's going to be a dope week. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, leave us 20,000 likes. We'll drop chapter, whatever it is, 6.
I just want you to
Peace. Later, YouTube. Bye-bye. Adios.